If you do go on to enjoy today's video, do me a favour and hit that like button. It does absolutely nothing but boost my ego. If you're interested in IRL stuff, I am doing a video game collection series right now. Please feel free to check that out. And of course, if you need coins, head over to U7Buy. The link for that is in the description. Use the code TVM at checkout to get yourself a discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Liverpool Past and Present. We're going to kick things off by setting up for team of the season. I'm not going to do every single upgrade because I think some of them are a little bit of a waste and I would rather save for the bigger ones. So the 86 double is done. The 83 times 5 eFigs is done, or, well, is now done. You kind of have to do those. They are the ones that you cannot not do, if that makes sense. So we'll get into SBCs in just a second, or more of them, some 80 plus eFigs and things. This is the team that we're about to go into a game with. I don't know, that Wijnaldum position is bothering me. We'll talk about Oxlade-Chamberlain after this this game that we're about to go into. Michael Owen is probably one of the most bipolar players I think I've ever used. He can be absolutely magnificent, and then 20 seconds later, the worst player in existence. He's so weird, and I can't quite understand why. Konate at the back, doing a reasonably good job. Gomez, the more and more we progress in terms of division rivals, I'm on the brink now of Division 3, I think one game away. He's just getting worse. You could just tell when you play better players, they can take advantage of someone like Gomez. He just feels so slow. He needs to be improved upon. I don't know if I can wait for a team of the season, Andy Robertson, if we get one. We might not even get one. So I may need to just go for the highest in-form version of Andy Robertson that I can get and just stick him in there at left back, because even the base version, to be honest, even just the gold card would be better than that 84 Gomez. So that's something. Rest of the team I really like. Jari Litmanen, I mean, a lot of people will give him a bad rap, but I actually think he's a very good card. I've actually given everyone different squad numbers now. You won't see this in the game that you're just about to watch, but every single player has an individual squad number that they have had in real life at some point. Most of them when they were at Liverpool. Some of them clash with others. So, for example, Gini Wijnaldum and Konate, they clash. So Konate is the current Liverpool player. He gets the number 5 shirt. Then Gini Wijnaldum had to go back to, I think, one of the shirts he had from Feyenoord. So that's why he's number 25. Owen was 18 for Liverpool at the very beginning. He gets that shirt because he's not getting a better number shirt than that. Liverpool's Jari Litmanen was 37. Carvalho is, I think, currently 28. Don't know what he's going to have at Liverpool. Wilson was a lot lower than that, but the last time he played for Liverpool he was 59, so he can stay at 59, because I do need to make room for better and bigger players coming through. So, for example, James Milner is the current number 7, and because I don't have another one, he will remain 7 for now. Those two were both 23, so Shaqiri had to go back to a shirt that he had at some random club that I can't remember. I was tempted to give him, was it 59 he had at Inter? I was tempted to give him that, but I didn't in the end. Not 50, yeah, I couldn't give him 59. Was it 89? I think he might have had 89. Luis Suarez is the current number 9, but again, if I get a better version, awesome. But if not, then, you know, another number 9 that comes in will probably replace him. And 22 for Davis. But yeah, same for Keane. If I get a player that's going to play more, I will replace the numbers. But for now, them be the numbers. A lot of people don't care. I quite like numbers. You know, I'm going into games, I'm scoring goals. 17 on Michael Owen triggers me a little bit, and then I forget when I'm in this section. So I was on this for a while, I was like, oh, I know, I'll do numbers. So that's done. Let's get into the gameplay. So my opponent has an interesting team. He's got Owen, he's got Keane, and he's got an 89 Trent, which is actually really weird because Owen, I've never played against before. Keane, you don't see anymore. Trent, not so much. Trent's quite common. But I just thought that was really strange. And he had John Barnes in there as well. This is the bipolar Michael Owen that we're talking about. So, that turn and the run into the box. And yeah, he took a little bit longer to shoot than I'd like him to. Maybe I could have played it across for Wilson. But still, it was a little bit annoying in a way. Matip with great defending there. Love it. Athleticism personified. What a defensive challenge, because I don't think Jerzy Dudek was getting anywhere near that. He played it really calmly, Edison style if you will, or Alisson style, because Alisson's just as calm out wide. And then we play the ball through to Michael Owen, he's in on goal, and bipolar strikes, and he misses, and then he misses an open goal. Now, that is my fault really, both times. I could have laid it off rather than go for goal on the volley on the second time. And I probably could have just shot rather than tried to take the keeper on, but there we are. So they're Keane scores, and it's all Gomez's fault down on this near side. He was just too slow, and he could not keep up with David Beckham, of all people. But there's Carvalho into Michael Owen, loses the ball, and here they come back at us. But luckily, my opponent, he kind of gave the ball away a fair bit, and then Michael Owen again with a bipolar moment once more. Great turn, gets into the box, and he's just taken down. And then that means that Jari Littman's going to get a chance to pop this free kick in. And it is a beauty. Goalkeeper gets nowhere near it, actually dives into the post, and Littmanen makes it 2-2 for free kicks. If he gets one, he's going to trouble the goalkeeper. It's just what it is. He's not known for it necessarily. Michael Owen doing what he's not known for, scoring 30-yard finesse shots. Dudek really should have done better, to be fair. His positioning was all over the place. It was a good effort and it was a good goal, but I think Dudek probably should have saved it. Wilson plays in Michael Owen, and this is an opportunity that I knew Michael Owen wouldn't miss, regardless of form and how he sort of sometimes is good and sometimes is bad. He was always going to score that, and he gets in there, and it's a penalty. It's a soft penalty, but he's going to take it. A chance for Michael Owen to get his hat-trick. He's had 2 so far, Littmanen with 1. I never go this way, ever. Hit the post. Brilliant. I don't know why I did. I never go that way. I'm always the other way. I'm a Steven Gerrard penalty taker. And I don't know why, but I went the wrong way. And I missed. And I thought, well, that might come back to bite me. But this guy just kept leaving gap after gap. Wilson gets in this time and makes it 4-2. Big fan of that goal. Again, thought I left it a little bit late with Wilson. Went to take the keeper on, decided against it and just took the shot. Gomez down this left-hand side. Thought my opponent stopped playing, but then he carried on. So I had to quickly react. Ball played in, Wilson's nodded it just wide, and I thought maybe he could have got the 5th. He goes off, Keane comes on, does well to nick the ball from the defender, and it's another really soft penalty. I would not have said anything had the referee not given that. Michael Owen dispatches, and that, my friends, makes it 5-2, and we finish the game winners. Big fan of that. 1 game away from Division 3. Couple of games away now from the milestone that we need for the end of rewards. And then I decided to open the 80 plus eFigs packs, because why not? They're cheap enough to make at the moment anyway. People are not really stacking them for some reason, or if they are, not enough people are. We packed Edison, and I was a little bit chuffed that it wasn't Alisson, because had I packed Alisson, there would have been some sort of emphasis for me to play him over Dudek, and that's never going to happen. The whole point of me buying Dudek in the first place was for a series that I was going to, well, did do. It was a road to glory. That I was just going to use him and try and get him to as many games as possible. And I'm doing that now, really. I'm carrying it over, and I love him. I think he's fantastic, so I don't really want to replace him. Back-to-back 89s. This time it was Karim Benzema, who does the weirdest dance I've ever seen anyone do ever. I don't know what he's doing, but he's so happy. And you've got to admire that. I wish I was that happy. So 2 89s back-to-back, and I thought, well, I might as well just keep going. You know, if you open a pack and you get a walkout and you have more packs saved, surely you'd be like, well, I might as well keep going here, because they're easy to build, they're not expensive. Obviously, I'm not going to open the other ones, the 50k and the other eFig pack, but I'll do these because they're repeatable. We get a board this time, so it starts to decline slightly. We get a Newcastle legend in Trippier. Maybe not a legend, but Trippier comes out there, 84, not bad. Some fodder going back into the club. We get another Joe Gomez, which I sort of went over too quickly and thought, oh, Joe Gomez, Liverpool player, hang on, I've got the 84, and I don't even like him, so he'll never see the light of day. And then the final 80 plus rare eFigs player pack, unfortunately, this is the one I kind of wish we'd started with. It was nothing. So we went backwards from the best to the mid and then to the worst. But, you know, it is what it is. Not too bad, to be fair. I'm very happy with that, and I will build more of those ready for Team of the Season. I am building for Team of the Season, as I said at the beginning, so I am going to be doing some more SBCs and things. So if we go into the Team of the Season warm-up series, I will build a fair few of those, because at the moment, like I said, they are very cheap. People just don't seem to be... And if people are building them, they're not... Like, there's not enough people building them to up the price of these cards. I would imagine 1 or 2 days before they expire, people will be like, oh, quick, we need to build these, and then the prices of golds will go up. But right now, prices of golds, just not that expensive. You can get them for like 550, 600, and in the rares for 700. So they are very, very cheap to build. This, I'm probably not going to do, the 25k Premier League pack. I was tempted, But, I mean, I don't know, I might do it. It's not that expensive, if we're honest. You just need gold cards, and they're not that expensive. I looked at that before I looked at the 80 plus e-figs, so I was thinking, oh, this is going to be expensive because golds are going to be inflated, but they're not, so I probably will do that. Definitely going to do the La Liga 81 plus times 11. Big fan of that. Again, same with the Ligue 1. I will do that because obviously there aren't that many rares in the French league. Now, there are only Gini Wijnaldum that I can think of in that league that actually is a former Liverpool player. So that's the only card I think I'd want to pack. But anything you pack that's high rated can go into an SBC for a Liverpool player. So that's fine. And then, of course, the daily login. I may or may not do it, but probably not. But I'm going to keep an eye on these. And every time they update them and we get new ones, I will do them and stack them ready for the corresponding team of the season. With regards to this card, I am not doing it. And you can moan at me and you can say, well, what is the point in doing this series if you're not going to do a Liverpool player? What are you even saving for? Look at the coins. Look at this. Look at that. I know. But if I don't see the value in it, I ain't doing it. And if I don't really want it, I don't want it. It's one of those things, If he was cheaper, yeah, sure, I would, because it's dynamic. Touch wood, there is a very good chance it can go up above 90. But even as an 89 rated card, it's a good card, 4-star, 4-star, with adequate defending, with a decent chem style. He could be a very good central midfield player, and then I could get rid of Wijnaldum and play him as a box-to-box, as well as Jones, really, and just not really have a designated CDM. And it would work, and it would be good. But I do want to get Gerrard at some point. There is a good Jordan Henderson card out there, and Team of the Season is literally a week away, less than. So why am I going to spend all my fodder on a card that I'm not a massive, it's not that I'm not a massive fan of it, I'm just not that excited by it. I'm not like, oh, I need to get that. If that was nearly any other player that plays for Liverpool, I probably would be a little bit more excited. If that was Naby Keita, yes, I would have done it, because it would have fit my agenda a little bit better, and I prefer Naby Keita as a player. I have nothing against Ox. He scored some really big goals for Liverpool, and if he plays for us, I'm going to support him 100%, obviously, but he's just not a player that I'm overly fond of. He's alright, there's nothing wrong with him, but I'm not excited by him, and it's not one of those cards I really want to add to the team. So I'm going to avoid doing that. The big reason, to be fair, is not because I don't like him or anything. It's literally the 87 rated team. If it was 84, 86, I probably would force myself to do it. But that added 87 rated team, I just can't bring myself to do it. I mean, that's going to be a lot of cards. That's a lot. It's a very expensive SBC for what it is, and I'm just not all about that. So I'm not going to do it. And people can moan at me all they want, and I'm still not doing it. Aaron Ramsey made me kind of want to do some sort of not like substitution, but like a little sub project, if you will, right? So I'm Welsh, as you may or may not know. Aaron Ramsey is Welsh, so it would be kind of nice to build some sort of Welsh team. Probably not use it that often, but anytime that there's a Welsh player like an Inform or an SBC, which doesn't happen that often, I'd be tempted to do it. So I think I am going to do Ramsey, and I'm going to put him in a team and start building a little Welsh team on the side. It's still going to be the Liverpool past and present, but I will be building a little Welsh team on the side, maybe. And then every now and again we'll go into a game with it or something. I kind of like that idea, and it's something that I would probably do if I wasn't recording, so I think that's probably what's going to happen, just to let you know. I haven't done it yet, but I will do it. And then we come to the brand new cards that EA have released. They released Man of the Matches, I believe, last night. Didn't really announce it, to the best of my knowledge. And there's no way to find out in-game who's in the who's in it. Who was released as a man of the match. Absolutely no way to find out. You cannot even search via the filter, apparently. Is there really not a man of the match filter? Are you mad? What is this game? How is there not a man of the match filter? My days. Well, anyway, Mane has a man of the match card somewhere, apparently. Is he even out? I mean, I've seen that. There it is. There's one on the market for 230k. There may be more. According to Footbin, he was like 150-something thousand coins earlier. I'm going to go to Footbin right now. I'm going to click him. And 178k he was down at earlier. But yeah, this card was released. Team of the Season is around the corner. I'm aware of it. But to be honest, if I'm going to get a Mane, I wouldn't mind, a different colour card. quite like the orange. So there's that. But he's left wing, which is really frustrating because you've got Diaz and Jota and Mane all left wing, and John Barnes, who I'd like to get at some point. All of them are left wings. So I don't know. We may pick him up, we may not. It depends on what sort of the price does over the next few days. I don't even know how long they're in packs for. EA just don't... I don't know, they're weird, man. I don't understand why they don't make more of a fuss of this, you know? You've got a good team of the week in packs, which people could open packs for, sure. But then, hey, we've added... And they're not even advertising it now. Oh, we'll advertise Ramsey twice, because that seems fair. And we won't show you that we've put man of the matches. You know, no one watches that. And there's 2 Ramseys. Crazy. But either way, it was there earlier. That's how I knew about it. You know, why don't they advertise? Look, there's a new man of the match set in packs. We've got this awesome team of the week. I know there's no promo on right now, but at the same time, open your packs. They should be, you know, pushing that agenda, but they're not. So, could pick up Mane, and I may be tempted to at some point. And of course, the Liverpool team that we are currently running looks like that. I will make an improvement to left back because I don't know how much longer I can actually play with Gomez because he's really, really bad. But that's going to do it for today's little update. A game, some SBCs, some packs, and a little explanation as to why I'm not doing Ox. What more could you possibly want on a Sunday afternoon? If you have enjoyed this episode of the Liverpool Past and Present, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.